On the Cool Podcast, Grizzly the God. Man, we got to talk about this. Imani from the Joe Budden Podcast recently got into a heated debate about Magic Johnson's son. He recently did an interview, and he says he's only attracted to straight men. So, with that said, Imani started to question, what does language mean anymore? What does definitions mean? What is a straight man in 2026? Which I understood what he was saying, but he got into a heated debate because he couldn't have this discussion without being made to look like some type of homophobic figure. And I understand that.
People who are trying to tell you we want to have this conversation in the most mature,
Let's walk through it.
most understanding way. But how we see things is how we see things. And it's not saying that you can't live life the way that you want it to live. But when we're using certain words that we feel have clear definitions, right? Where's the middle ground for everyone to be heard and understood and not seem like now you're stepping on someone's beliefs? Because this is our beliefs.
Because it's a self thing. You can speak for yourself.
Now, what Manny just rolled out and explained is exactly what they're going to do to him. Manny just rolled out plainly is exactly what Mona and Joe are going to do to him. And this is why you can't have a discussion about anything with a left-leaning person, because it's too emotional. Because when you start to implement logic, they take it to an emotional and belief and passionate place, but it does not belong there. It belongs in grammar books. It's cut and dry what words mean. It has nothing to do with sexuality.
If EJ says that EJ likes straight men, that's what EJ says about straight men. If you know that your straight ass is not going to be in any situation with nothing else but a cisgender woman, then that's for you.
And guess what?
No, see, you personalized it. Straight has to mean straight for everyone. So now you're saying straight means straight for different people, which is ridiculous. Just think about the logic.
For me, that's what kept me to not sounding ignorant on the internet or whenever I got on a platform.
EJ used the
because I
word,
care
y'all
about
assumed
other
what he
people-
meant by it. We had no clear indication what he meant by straight. Y'all assumed for him.
I
what
said
if-
that straight.
But why do we have to?
It's now we have to. It's language. We're just communicating because we want to clearly communicate with each other. It's the basis of society. So we're not going to agree what speech means. How can we ever build or communicate with each other if the grounds and the foundation of what we live on and the tools we use to trudge the step our way through society? You saying now these tools are different, but these tools are different for him than me. Why? That should have nothing to do with sexuality. Everybody should be built equally, right? Why should we treat somebody that's gay special?
But
Your
you-
body language,
Because-
it ain't-
because-
who cares?
That's been my
that's
rule
fair.
from the gate.
Okay.
about
Y'all having two
it.
different conversations, and that's
Okay.
why no one likes having the conversation. Because the minute that I tried to have it, y'all cut me off a few times and not let
But he opened the conversation by saying, I want to have an objective situation without all of this extra that y'all doing. We can never have, he said, we can never have a conversation without me being made to look like some type of hater or maniac when I'm just speaking about language.
You view the world how you view it.
y'all got
You've
it.
said that.
Y'all got
You
it.
said this word means that.
This word.
No, see, they making him look like he's some type of homophobe. And that's wrong. What Joe is doing to him is wrong. Rather than address the issue of what words mean, what's the definition? That's all he's saying. He'd rather do this and make him look like some type of Nazi.
You're not trying to have no
No,
conversation.
y'all pick and choose when y'all want to be sensitive to certain shit, and then when we sitting up here
No.
trying to tell you that definitions have certain meanings, and you've used it plenty of
You
times.
said that, and I replied with,
and I'm-
I don't care.
But
I'm
that's
just
you-
letting
you-
people be.
It's not letting nobody be nothing. We talk about language, brother. See, you're turning it into some type of sexuality defense. And it should not be that. And that's what people like to do. If you got a boy in the closet, just say it, bro. We just saying, man, what are we? What is a straight person these days? Because straight men don't lay with gay men. Gay men lay with gay men. So I'm trying to figure out what is straight. He never said there was a beef with it. At the beginning of the conversation, the man said, "No disrespect, no homosexuality, void the sexuality." No, I'm not. I'm not attacking anyone. This is what we say. He can never have a conversation because this happens. Anybody that challenges anything, you can't have a healthy debate about it. Any smart person worth his salt, any smart podcaster worth anything should be able to have a conscious, open, transparent, void of emotion debate about definition, language, and usage. This is what this is about. That's it.
Why me and you beefing?
But you'll shoot down a conversation the minute you don't want to hear what you want to hear.
But
Dog,
that's
everybody
not what
feels
just
that way.
happened. That's not what just happened just now. And that's why I asked, and it was no disrespect to nobody, but process, that's why I asked you.
No, not at all. See, she's doing that. That's called projecting, people. That's called projecting. Amani said none of this. What she's doing, so with that stance, she started to argue from there. Like Amani was saying, "Oh, is EJ gonna come up to me?" No, nobody is saying that. We're saying, what does a straight person mean now? That's it. I think EJ should have been more specific in his description. It was very vague description. So a person that's not familiar with that lifestyle or whatever the LGBTQ vernacular would think, wait, that's just straight people. That's wild. Or if you want to say somebody that doesn't seem feminine in public, a gay man that doesn't seem like a flaming fairy, for lack of a better phrase. So that's why I think that's all that's trying to be said here. And they're painting Imani in a corner, and Mona is starting to project.
I don't know
fair
why that.
question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why does that get that
I
type
get-
of the energy
So
on
then,
it
so then,
about?
so then, so then,
If it's
I
no
get why she's
fair,
asking.
somebody trying to fuck you,
so then,
what is
so
what
then,
is we
so then,
what are we
so
I'll tell you
talking
why.
about?
so then she asked it just now.
No, she asked
I
it
asked
15
my
minutes ago.
second time
She
after
asked
you
it
asked
15 minutes
Why is she yelling? Why is she yelling? Why is she so animated? What's wrong? She's angry. I don't know.
First
ago.
time you looked at me like I
Okay.
was stupid.
She
The
asked
same
it
thing
before.
You, say he did
Okay.
to you doing to me.
But see, now
So I
I've
can
given,
say that
I've
to
given,
you.
I've given a certain
Oh,
amount of
my
energy
God.
for the sake of a conversation and all of us being heard. Because I want to be sensitive about how we approach it. Because I know when you do approach it a certain way, depending on the response you get, you will be deemed to be ignorant or fucked up. I gave that for the sake of a conversation. Instead, it's being painted as if I give a fuck enough. I'm doing it for the sake of a conversation and to get a point out. And every time I tried to get a point out, y'all gave it back to me like I was saying something dumb.
Now, I want to point out these points and what he's saying. YouTube is full of this type of content, of pronouns and what words mean. This was a very good subject to bring up on a podcast. Some things are called evergreen material. Pronouns, what words mean, he, she, call me this, opposed to what you are, is gold as far as YouTube. So Amani was not in the wrong for bringing something like this up. But they was just not able to handle this conversation without being emotional about it, or without making him seem like some type of homophobe just because he challenged a notion or ideal. That's it. That's what we're here to do, is debate and parse through the gray areas. That's what we're here to do. So why is he being attacked?
Ignorant.
No,
So
I
yes,
mean,
now my
so
energy
he-
goes up.
I'm ready. I just have a different take.
Come
That's
on.
all.
I don't want y'all painting me like I care enough about this.
Care
and
enough.
to not. I want to care about the conversation.
He's just trying to pod, bro. The man is trying to pod. And he's not able to. He's shackled. He's not able to pod because these people are too frightened and scared. They're scared to even broach the subject. They're afraid. Joe Budden is afraid of it. Because I'm like, nobody said he couldn't be a person. Nobody said nothing about EJ expressing himself and being with a man. Nobody says he's against that. And Manny didn't say I'm against that. So why is he being paid just because he said, man, damn, what does straight mean nowadays? The straight still being straight or what? And he's attacked.
I think anybody should do what they want to do, and I'm not that invested into anyone's
I
love.
care about this.
Love
I'm
who
a
you want to
mom.
love.
See
I'm a
that?
mom,
See,
and
for
I
me,
don't know
that
what
comes
the-
before words mean things.
Right.
But I said,
So what? It don't know.
You're gonna paint me in
I
a bad
can't
way. I'm not
even
letting y'all do
fake
it.
it. I can't
I'm not
even
letting,
fake
I'm not letting
it.
y'all do it.
And Joe's doing
That
it.
on purpose.
Joe's wrong for what he's doing there. I agree with the man. He's dead wrong. He's dead wrong.